Hello everyone. Now I explained the features or qualities of formal English in part 4, and now I'm going to continue in part 5. So, formal English, when I use formal English, I use relative pronouns to make complex sentences. So who, whom, whose, which, that, whoever, whomever, this family, we call them relative pronouns. So if you look, the girl I met yesterday is beautiful. I delete whom between girl and I, and this is informal English. Formal English is complete. So the girl whom I met yesterday is beautiful. So here I use whom. The sentence whom is a relative pronoun and the sentence is complete. So this is formal English. Here I don't use whom because this sentence is informal. So if you want to write or speak formal English, try to use complete sentences and try to use relative pronouns. These ones, try to use relative pronoun. Another example. Again, the man whose house is expensive lives in Mexico. This sentence is formal and it uses a relative pronoun, and the words are formal. The food which you bought yesterday is delicious. Again, this sentence is complete, it is grammatical, and it is formal because you are using which is a relative pronoun, and it makes the sentence complex, and this is formal English. In speaking, people say the food you bought yesterday is delicious, but this is informal. Yeah, but you have to use which and make the sentence complete, grammatical, and formal. Use of passive voice. So informal, they are installing the new computer system in a Bristol college next month. So are installing, this is active voice, it is informal. Passive voice is the new computer system is being installed in Bristol College next month. So if you say are installing, this is informal. Is being installed, this is formal. I understand you need to know the difference between active and passive voice, and you need a lesson on this, but this is just, I'm explaining here formal and informal English. So if you are using active voice, this is informal. I am cleaning the car, this is informal. The car is being cleaned, this is formal English. Now, a group of prepositional phrases. So this video explains formal and informal sentences. Particularly, it examines how and why formal English is important at a university. So if you look here, this sentence is informal. How do I make it formal? This video explains the difference between formal and informal sentences, examining in particular how and why the use of formal English is important in our speaking and writing. Now, the formal English, I put them for you in blue. But as you can see here, explains formal and informal sentences, and here this video explains formal and informal sentences. Here this video explains the difference between formal and informal sentences, and here it examines. So I put full stop and then put another sentence, but if you can see here, I have one sentence full stop, I have another sentence full stop, I have two sentences. In formal English, I make them one sentence, as you can see. Number one. And number two, I use a group of prepositional phrases. What is a prepositional phrase? So the difference between, this is a prepositional phrase because I use a noun and a preposition. The difference is a noun, between is a preposition. So the difference between is a prepositional phrase. In particular is a prepositional phrase. The use of is a prepositional phrase. in our speaking is a prepositional phrase. In our writing is a prepositional phrase. So as you can see, in formal English I use prepositional phrases, and I give you the examples. This sentence is informal and I change it into formal, and I use prepositional phrases. And 2 sentences here, I make them 1 sentence in formal English. Now, the use of ed and ing participles, which allows us to use verbs as nouns or adjectives. Again, this is formal English. What does it mean? So 3 issues concerned with resolving food waste in Birmingham were discussed by the council. So what I use here, 3 issues, I use ed here with to concern. Concerned is past participle, and I am using 3 issues. So 3 issues concerned with resolving. This one is informal. I can put 3 issues which are concerned. 3 issues which are concerned with resolving food waste in Birmingham were discussed by the council. So I'm using which as a relative pronoun to make the sentence complex, and I'm using past participle of concern because it has ed. If something has ed, it means it's past or past participle. So concern is the past participle of concern. So which is a relative pronoun. It makes the sentence complex and informal. I'm using ed, which is here past participle of concern, and all the words are complete and grammatical and meaningful. So this sentence now is formal. The Syrians built a restaurant where you can eat international food and watch entertaining events in the same place. So as you can see here, this sentence is formal. Why? The words are formal. Number 2, I'm using conjunction. Where is a conjunction, which means, in which. Where means in which. So it means I'm using a relative pronoun, and the relative pronoun makes the sentence complex and formal. And I'm using ing here, which is, as I said here, participle. Entertaining is the present participle. It has got an ing. A present participle is like an adjective. So entertaining is the present participle. It is like an adjective for events. So many things in this sentence tell me the sentence is formal. I'm using a conjunction, where, which is in which. All the words are formal English, and I'm using a present participle, which is an adjective before events. Words are dense and are often content words. Again, this is formal English. Verbs, nouns, adjectives, or adverbs. These are content words, and I explained these in my videos on parts of speech. So verbs, nouns, adjectives, or adverbs, these are content words, and we use them a lot in formal English. So let's look at the example. Basically, the UK government studied coronavirus to see which vaccine will put an end to it. So this sentence is informal. How do I make it formal? I change basically to obviously, and here the UK government, study coronavirus, I say is working hard to investigate. So I'm using investigate, which is formal verb. It's better than study. Study means investigate, but study is informal. Investigate is better. It is higher. It is formal English. The coronavirus development. So what I'm using dense words. I'm using development is a noun. I'm not just using coronavirus, I'm using coronavirus development. So this means I'm using many, kind of like nouns, many verbs, many adjectives, many adverbs. And this is what we do in formal English. We use many nouns, many verbs, many adjectives, many adverbs, and the language is dense. So I don't use coronavirus, I say coronavirus development. Coronavirus is one noun, but coronavirus development, you have two nouns. In all its stages, in order to find vaccine for this virus at a reasonable time. So as you can see, instead of put an end to it means finish it. But I'm using find vaccine for this virus at a reasonable time. So as you can see, in this sentence, which is formal, I'm using a lot of, as we say here, dense words. Words are dense. Which words are dense? If you look here, this is an adverb, this is one, noun 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 content words. 9 content words. Basically, it's an adverb. This is noun, noun, verb, noun, verb, noun, verb, noun. 9. But here, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm using 14 content words, but here I'm using only 9. Obviously, it's an adverb. UK is a noun, government is a noun, working is a verb, hard is an adverb, investigate is a verb, coronavirus is a noun, development is a noun, is an adjective, stage is a noun, find is a verb, vaccine is a noun, virus is a noun, reasonable is an adjective, and time is a noun. Of course, I'm sorry I'm speaking a bit fast, but you have to know in formal English we use dense words. What do we mean by dense words? We mean verbs, nouns, adjectives, and adverbs. Again, watch it again and you will understand from it. And this video, of course, is for intermediate or upper intermediate students, but it is useful. I think if you watch it again and again slowly, you will see. So the first, like last one, I said in formal English the words are dense. What do I mean by words? I mean verbs, nouns, adjectives, and adverbs. And I said in this sentence we have 9 dense words, but here we have got 14 or maybe 15 dense words. So try to watch it again, please, and again, and I hope you learn from it. Thank you for watching. Thank you.